time we ever played that
As a matter of fact, this is the first time that we've all ever played together.
Ever.
As a matter of fact, this is the first time that we have all ever played together.
It's true.
It's true. And at this moment in time, we want to invite up onto the stage somebody else of whom we've all never played with, or in this case, had the pleasure of playing for as she sings. How about a hand for the beautiful Aurora?
Your arms around me, you give me fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight, fever in the morning and fever all through the night. Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, "Please, Daddy, don't you dare. He gives me fever in the morning, fever when it's late at night, fever." Kiss me fever when he holds me tight. Everybody gets the fever. This is something we all know. Fever's not such a new thing. Fever happened long ago. Fever happened long ago.
right. Watch it now. All right, y'all. This last number is a song that goes back over 100 years old. But we're gonna play our version of the New Orleans favorite, St. James Infirmary. I went down to St. James Infirmary, and I saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long wide table, yeah. So sweet, so calm, so dear. Let her go, God bless her, yeah. Wherever she may be, she can search this whole world wide over, yeah. But she's never gonna find a pair of sweet musicians like you and me. Hidey, hidey, hidey ho. Hidey, hidey, hidey ho. Hidey, hidey, hidey ho. Hidey, hidey, hidey howdy, 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 ho, 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 yeah.
You guys are on your own with that. So sweet.
So calm, so dead.
Yeah. Let her go. Let her go. God bless her. Wherever she may be. 'Cause you can search this whole world wide over. But you're never gonna find another bass playing man like me.
Well, folks, this is the end of our story. And if anyone should ever ask you, you just go ahead and tell them that I have the St. James Infirmary. St. James Infirmary. Blue. Michael T on the bass. Once again, special guest, Rose on the phone. Stephen Gladney on the tenor saxophone. Stephen Gladney. And Jordan Pate on the alto saxophone. We'd like to thank Lucy for having us. We love y'all.
In case you forgot, on the piano, the most amazing person alive from New Orleans. We're all so glad to call him a friend. Give it up for Mr. Jonathan Baptiste!
Would I lie to you? Did I tell you not to miss this? Was it great? Jonathan Baptiste, friends. So we don't usually do this, but Jonathan is also doing some work with the Harlem Jazz Museum, and we want to give him a little time to talk about his work curating there. So here he is, Jonathan Baptiste.
All right. Yes, indeed. So, what you just witnessed was a jazz performance. And I know I said before my band left me out to dry, but that's not actually the truth. I wanted to get together with some friends of mine and demonstrate what an actual jam session would be like, where you get people together and you basically, you don't talk about it beforehand, you don't give them any instructions other than maybe the tunes that you might want to play. Then you get here and you make it happen. So that's what we just did. So how about a round of applause for all our friends who came out for that? It's the kind of thing that you can't predict how it's gonna go. Sometimes it can be better than if you tried to rehearse it. Other times it can be just a vibe where it's like, ooh, I hope it's over. But it wasn't like that this time around. But in Harlem at the National Jazz Museum, what we do basically for the last 10 years has been improvising, trying to figure out ways to create an experience that you can come and enjoy that is rooted in jazz and rooted in the experience of what jazz is all about. And we've done a bunch of different things. Like this past summer, I created a jazz video game with the Harlem youth, 6 kids from Harlem who had never had the experience of using computers or the technology in school that you can use to create video games, and didn't have experience with jazz history or even listen to jazz. And we put together a pilot for a video game with them coming into the museum with my band and myself for a month every day. And we just basically put together the whole storyboard. We put together the pilot that you can actually play, and we figured out how to create this jazz video game from scratch. I didn't know how to do it. I had to study for 2 months to learn the technology. And we teamed up with some people from MIT and we brought them into the museum, and it was a big success. Other stuff that we've done to figure out how to create this experience that's fun and engaging for all ages is really what I call the Jazz Is Now series. I started this about 3 years ago then. What we do is we get people into the museum and we pack it as packed as you can get it around the band. Everybody is sitting around the band, and what we do is we delve into all of these different topics about how you can break into jazz, how you can have fun listening to jazz. If you don't know anything about jazz, it's all right. You just come and get into the vibe and you ask questions, and it's kind of like a TED Talk, except with a live band and interactive examples with the band that basically gets people into the experience of what it's like to be on the stage, into the experience of what it's like to actually listen to a jazz performance and know what's going on. Because a lot of people have this misconception that jazz is one of those things that you have to know a whole lot about to enjoy it, or you have to know all the people who played on the recordings and stuff like that. Telling you not, that's wrong. You know how I can prove it? Come to the Jazz Museum in Harlem. Next month, we're starting the Jazz Is Not series again. On every Wednesday, spread the word. It's gonna be 126 in Park at the office of the Jazz Museum. And again, going back to our work that we've been doing for the last 10 years, it's all been through this one office. But last year, we got the okay from the city. We're gonna take the building that is the old Mark 125 across the street from the Apollo Theater. That building that's been abandoned for years, that's gonna be the site of the museum along with the offices that we have on 126 in Park. We're gonna break ground in the next year, and we're gonna have all kind of wild stuff going on. So you gotta spread the word. If you ever come up to Harlem, please stop by 126 in Park, National Jazz Museum in Harlem. You can contact Gary or Anya, 2 of my team members sitting right here in the front, if you want to know more information about what we're doing and more information about the events that are coming up. Besides Jazz Is Now, there's always free programming going on and all kinds of stuff that I'm creating to try to figure out this experience that everybody can enjoy, getting into jazz. Like we just had up here with the band. It's very basic, we just played instruments, but it gets more in depth than that, like the jazz video game thing, or like the Jazz Is Not series, or different performances where we actually rehearse. And we have different people come in from other genres of music. You know, we've collaborated with different people and in all genres of music, you know, from someone like A-Track come into the museum, or somebody even up to Kanye West and Mos Def, doing stuff, collaborating, trying to figure out different ways to create this experience. So that's pretty much it. When we break ground, you will know it'll be everywhere. That's the plan. And before then, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So again, get in contact with us. We love y'all. My name is Jonathan Baptiste, and we'll see you around.